Hi guys, it's Joanna, and today I am all zoomed up, woo, because I'm going to be doing a basic AF eye makeup tutorial. And I say tutorial with big ass quotation marks because I am not a makeup artist, not a pro at all, but at least a couple of you have asked me in my last video and previous videos to do a eye makeup tutorial, and well, I figured I could do that. So right now I am not at home and therefore I don't really have all my makeup, but I have been using just this palette basically, the Kevyn Aucoin Contour Book Volume 2. And it is, as the name suggests, a contouring palette, so it has just really basic AF colors that you definitely have in whatever palette you have. So don't feel obliged to pick up the Kevyn Aucoin palette, although I have raved about this forever. I absolutely love, love, love the sculpting powder. I think it is like one of the best that I've, well, not to say that I've like tried all of them at all, but of the ones that I have tried in my, you know, not too extensive makeup career, this palette and this sculpting powder is truly a gem, and I really do like it. And I just, it's a great little travel thing because it has everything that I need. So that is what we're going to be doing today, so keep watching if you're interested. Okay, so let's get into my eye look. Like I said, this is basic. This is what I do like for an everyday look that I can comfortably wear outside without feeling self-conscious. So I'm going to start with a floofy brush. Floofy, fluffy. And just go into this kind of, you know, very natural color. This is the sculpting powder in medium in this Kevyn Aucoin palette. I'd probably, if I had a bigger palette, go with something even a bit more neutral than this, because this actually does add some color. But whatever, beggars can't be choosers, so that's what I have and that's what I will be using. And just with my big fluffy brush, I will just gently apply that all over my eyelid. This brush is from IT Cosmetics, in case you're wondering. It is, I will link to everything down below. It is part of a set of theirs, and I really do like it. It's intended to be a crease, like, blending brush, essentially, but I use it kind of for whatever, you know, whatever purposes I see fit. So that's just kind of a nice wash of color all over the eyelid. And this look, in case you're wondering, is basically recreating the look in my last video on dark spots. This is going to be essentially what I did there because same products. Okay, so that's the base. Then with the same brush, because again, I'm basic, I'm gonna go in with just a one tone darker and go in here with the cool tan on this Kevyn Aucoin palette. Sorry, this focus is not like ideal today. Just gently dab into that. And here I'm just gonna focus on the outer half of my eyelid. And all throughout doing this, I'm very conscious that I want to keep any color like above the line here. I don't want it to come down below the line because it'll make my eyes look droopy and sad. So I want to just make sure everything that I'm doing is kind of above this make-believe V here. The nice thing about this big fluffy brush is that it's, you know, it doesn't really deposit that much color, which is actually a good thing in this case. And it is a built-in blender. It looks darker on this side just because this side is in the shadow right now, so it's just, it looks darker, but it's really not. Okay, and that is honestly like probably all I would do, but since we're going whole hog here with my tutorial, quote unquote, I will go in with one more darker shade and using the darkest here on this palette. This is the Ruddy Earth color. So just a kind of, you know, warmish brown here. Again, use whatever you see fit. With a stiffer brush, this is a very small, stiff brush, very, very lightly dip into the Ruddy Earth. Tap it off. And with your eyes open, draw a little outer corner V on the outer half of your eyelid. And let me just get my little eyelash there off. Okay. So again, very, very gently here, just kind of draw a little V on the outer corner. And you want to keep your eyes open, particularly if you have, like I do, like this big fat piece of hooded eye meat drooping over that, because otherwise it will look all weird if you close your eyes and try to do this, because once you open your eyes it's gonna look weird. So that is only if you are like me and have a fatty eye hood there. So eyes open, little tiny V. So just see how very, very gently and small that is. And now if I kind of close my eyelids a bit, you can see the shape is very different than had I just tried to do that from the get-go with my eyelids down. So eyes open to create the shape, and then you can kind of, you know, let your eyelids rest a bit and put in and fill in the rest of that shape. And just with my fluff stir again, I'm gonna come in and just blend that out a bit. Blend, blend, blend. And depending on how much, you know, makeup you want, you can go a lot darker with this, obviously. But like I said, I am very, very gentle, natural, gentle hand kind of a eye makeup person. So you know, unless it was like going out clubbing at night, I don't think I would do too much darker than this. Okay, so then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Eyes open, little corner V shape. Again, it just looks darker in the screen right now because there's a shadow on this side of my face, but you can see it's very the same color. So with the shape outline kind of drawn, I will fill it in a bit. Take my fluff stir again and just do a little bit of blending. And I'm not like obsessed with blending. I don't, I'm not one of those like, let's blend for 5 hours and make sure everything is perfect. And whoops. When that happens, I just have a little bit of, you know, tissue on hand to correct stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, that's why I don't blend too much, because I end up blending all over my face. Yeah. Okay. And that's basically the extent of my upper eyelid. I think in my last video that I did add a little bit of color to the highlight, and so I'll just do the same thing here. I think I used probably something like this pinky starlight color, or maybe this Brighten. I'm not really sure what I used, so I'm gonna kind of do a mix of both, I think. Tap off the excess, and then just focus that just on the inner corner. Oops, tapped off too much. Ugh, sorry, the exposure was intense just now. Okay. And voila, that's the upper eyelids. Now, the next thing that I've been doing a lot in my recent eye looks is to use a little eyebrow brush rather, and just take a dark color. So in this palette, the darkest color I have is this Ruddy Earth. You know, kind of actually get some good concentrated pigment on there as opposed to everything else I've done. and use this as my eyeliner. And you can line both the top or the bottom, but lately, in my last video anyway, I did just the bottom eye and I actually really liked that, so I'll just show you what I did. So not as tightly as the waterline, but kind of just below that, so you open up your eyes a little bit by doing it that way. Just basically draw along that line and drag it out past the eye, but following the same shape of your eye. And I don't go all the way into the corners because I'm trying to, you know, have a wider eyed look, but you can certainly do that if you have bigger eyes than I do. Same thing on the other side. Try to make sure they're kind of evenly going up. My eyes aren't entirely symmetrical, so I have to work on that. That's about good enough. All right, and then the last thing I do for me, because I do have wider set eyes, is to just define the inner corners a little bit with some eyeliner. So I have here the Physicians Formula Eye Booster. Love this stuff. I've used this in pretty much any time I'm using black eyeliner, black liquid eyeliner. In any other video, this is the one I'm using. Unfortunately, right now, this is just about out, and I don't have my backup with me, so you'll have to bear with me. But normally this does come out a lot darker, but as you'll see in this video, you'll probably barely even notice it. But the reason I love it is because it's such a precision point and it doesn't smudge, which is such a big deal because right in the inner corner here, I have like, I don't know if you can see that, but I have like extra skin. So when my eyes are open, you know, the extra skin would, if it was just a normal eyeliner that wasn't as smudge resistant, would just kind of drag and get everywhere. So with this, I can actually apply it without worrying that it's gonna like drag all over my eyelid. So just in the inner corner. And again, if this were actually a full product rather than one that's almost about to run out or practically has run out, it would come out a lot easier and that would not look so painful. But come on, let's do this. We just have one video to make. Ugh. All right, it's not, yeah, this is a goner. Sad, sad, but true. Anyway, normally that would work a lot better, but unfortunately my products are running out and I don't have backups right now. So that's the eyeshadow. That's all of the eyeshadow and kind of whatever. Then the next thing to do is really just apply some mascara. So I'm gonna go in with the Lancome Cils Booster, followed with Hypnose Drama, which is just what I have in my travel bag right now. And you know how to do this. Nothing here, nothing really new and exciting here. One eye done. Second eye done. Oh, and then I guess with just my Estee Lauder Sumptuous, I'm gonna go in just on the bottom lashes, what few bottom lashes I have, and just add a little bit of definition there. Ugh, this exposure is like really annoying. I'm not like a ghost like I look right now. It's just because this camera is overexposing me, which is fine because my skin looks great, but that is not reality. So just FYI, suddenly I don't know why the exposure like changed so much and I can't seem to get it back. Anyway, this is more or less the finished face. Yeah, that's the eye makeup, guys. Super easy, super fast. I did that just slower to show you, but in, you know, reality, I do that like super fast. And Just to finish this off, I'm gonna use a little bit of this Clarins Instant Light Lip Perfector Lip Balm. It's just this pretty kind of plummy color. I have been using this quite a bit since it's what I have with me on my trip. And I did receive this from Clarins, so thank you. And you know, it's nice. It's a nice, lightly colored balm. I don't ever like for things to look too shiny, so I always like to just dab off a little bit. But there you go. That's this tutorial. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if you have any questions. Happy to answer them. If you're new here, I hope you will subscribe. Go check out my other content. Give this video a like, and you can also find me on Instagram and Twitter at Logic versus Luxury. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Bye.